Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be going over a few talking points that naturals need to stop bringing up when it comes to their natural hair.
It's all mind games. Harmful, yes, absolutely. But it's no different from somebody telling you you're ugly and then you going the rest of your life believing that and continuing to believe that without ever challenging it, without ever sitting down and really thinking, okay, but am I actually ugly, or were you just saying that, hoping that I would believe it? And then look at you, you did. We may not be responsible for the start of all of the judgment of our natural hair and the struggles that we have with it, but at some point, you have to take the responsibility to put in the work to unlearn mindsets that aren't doing you any good. At some point, you have to do the work to unlearn that.
I am so glad that I am seeing more and more videos of women with natural hair refusing to be in a constant state of victimhood. It is so refreshing to come across more people calling out those who always feel the need to bring up how we aren't the standard, our hair isn't liked by society, men don't like natural hair. All those talking points are exhausting. I like the points she made about how we are not responsible for the start of the judgment of natural hair, specifically coily hair, but we have to challenge that negative thought process that we have of ourselves. The same way some of you will say black is beautiful, you should feel the same about your hair. Black is beautiful does not exclude Afro hair. I think the issue with some of you is that you might be trying to convince the rest of the world that your hair is beautiful instead of actually carrying yourself in a way that shows that you believe your hair is beautiful. You can't be commenting on videos about how you wish you had somebody else's texture, or be making videos about how envious you are or how difficult your hair is to deal with, and then get upset when the rest of the world starts saying your hair is ugly and hard to manage. These people are only repeating what you are saying. I can make 1,000 videos on how beautiful natural hair is, and many other content creators can make videos showcasing the beauty of coily hair, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you think about your hair. Now, I'm not saying I will stop making videos praising the beauty of our coils. No, I think more channels need to do it so that the younger generation can grow up in an environment where wearing their naturally coily hair is normal, without feeling like they are fighting some system or having to be part of a movement. I hope that, the natural hair movement ends with us. The reason why I'm saying this is that I wanted to get to a point one day where coily hair is as normal online and offline as wigs and braids with added hair are for black women. I don't want, the future generations to keep saying future generations as if I've lived. I'm quite young, I'm in my early 20s, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I want kids to grow up in an environment where they don't have to think about what statements they are making when they wear their natural hair. They just wear their natural hair. It's not a statement. It's not fighting the beauty standard or anything, because it is our own standard. I wanted to get to that point. I hope that makes sense. I don't want my niece to grow up and think that her wearing her afro or somebody else wearing their natural hair is some type of a fight against society and whatnot. I just wanted to be normal for us. That's what I'm trying to say.
Saying that natural hair is a trial and error process. No, it's not. It's really not. That's what professionals are for. The curl specialist community is still a growing field, so there's definitely not as many stylists as there truly needs to be, desperately. But there are quite a few licensed cosmetologists out there that have dedicated their entire career of hair to hair that looks like mine. And the proof of their expertise is all over their socials.
I am going to have to disagree a bit with her on this part. I am a person who believes that natural hair is a trial and error process. Firstly, not everyone has the access to go to a curl specialist, and I understand that she mentions that these specialists do share information online for free, and this brings me to another reason. From what I've seen from some curl specialists, and now please understand that this is just my opinion and I could be wrong, but quite a few of these specialists tend to talk down on natural hair practices that have been done for decades by black people from around the world. And these practices work. An example that I can make, the most popular one, is the no oils and butters trend, and they made it seem as though there's only one way of doing hair, and oftentimes they imply that it is their way. A great example of someone who I think I would recommend someone to listen to, a professional, would be Afrikan Hair God. He's the only professional that I listen to online. It's him, Afrikan Hair God. Everybody else I have subscribed to is actually a regular person who figured out their own hair and is sharing tips on how to do that. And I have found those more helpful than the curl specialists that keep popping up online. I have watched videos of people sharing what the advice they got from curl specialists did to their hair. At first they loved it. An example would be the no oils and butters trend. They stopped using those and only used leave-ins, and their hair seemed fine at first. But after a year, for a lot of those women, they said their hair started breaking off, started feeling extremely dry and matted. So personally, I stay away from advice shared by curl specialists. If you want to go ahead and listen to them, go on ahead and do so. Maybe you won't have those issues, and with their advice, you might be able to learn how to do your hair. I don't think all of them will destroy your hair. I agree with her on that part. I think you just need to take time to find one that will help you, and that, I would argue, is also part of trial and error. Because I haven't met someone, even if it's not someone who's trying to find a curl specialist, I haven't met someone who's trying to find any type of hairstylist without going through a couple of them first. So, for an example, someone braiding your hair. The first braider you might go to, you might not like, and then you have to keep finding another one and another one and another one. Some people are lucky and they might find a hairstylist immediately that they like. Point is, even in finding those specialists, it may take some time for you to find the right one. The point I'm trying to make is, I personally think that natural hair will be a trial and error process for someone who's starting to learn about their natural hair, because you need to figure out the hairstylist you might want to go to, the products you need to use, and all of these different things. I personally think there's nothing wrong with natural hair starting off as a trial and error process. And she also mentioned how a lot of these specialists share information online, and which they do. And even then, it's still going to be a trial and error process, because you can follow what that person, you're not going to get it right the first time. That's what I'm trying to say. You will not get it right the first time. You can watch as many videos as you like. It's going to take some time for you to figure out how to do your hair the way that specialist did somebody's hair in that video.
Saying things like, okay, but my hair can't do that. Also known as self-othering. Because why are you just okay with that? Being the only person in the world who has this specific incapability, or at least treating yourself like that's the case. Having no solution for it, but the only available answer seems to be something's just wrong with your hair. You don't find that suspicious?
I don't think that there is anything wrong with saying my hair can't do that, unless it is coming from a place of loathing your natural hair. So, you know, those people like, my 4C hair could never, if you say it like that, yes, that is the wrong way of speaking. I agree with her in that sense. I will use myself as an example. When I say my hair can't do that, or certain hairstyles, is that I mean that there are certain styles that are just not meant for me, or will not be beneficial for my hair. For instance, slick back buns. I have tried them multiple times with different products, and my hair just does not like being slicked back. So I have tried to do buns without slicking back, and my hair feels so much better that way. There are other hairstyles as well, like braids with added hair, synthetic hair to be more specific. My scalp hates it, my hair hates it as well. And I haven't used them since the start of 2024, and I have experienced such great benefits of letting those go and focusing on my natural hair as it is. And I have gained so much more health and length from the mindset of my hair can't do that because it is not good for it. I don't think it is a bad thing to say that. And again, I mentioned earlier, unless you are saying it as a way to compare your hair and talk down on it, then that is wrong. Accepting that there are things you can't do and then focusing on what you can do or what your hair can do is the best thing you can do for yourself. Those were a lot of can't do's, but I hope I am making sense. Do I think there's something wrong with my hair for not being able to curl a certain type of way or look like a different head, like somebody else's head? No, I don't think there's anything wrong with my hair. There's nothing wrong with me as well. I just don't think it's beneficial for me. So again, there's nothing wrong with saying my hair can't, so I will not do it. I will no longer do it. I will just focus on what my hair can do. But let's go back to Afrikan Hair God. He is someone I personally think that every woman with coily hair should follow, and or at least hear out. I want us to listen to what he has to say about curl specialists and just the natural hair community in general. You should go watch a lot of his videos. They're great. Here we're going to watch just a few of his clips.
There's plenty of curly girls out there that can't rock a two-strand twist, that can't rock braids because the damn hair slips out, they can't rock, whatever the case is. Every style is not meant for every person. I need y'all to know this, understand that, and be okay with that. If we really want to talk about texturism, a lot of y'all like the way these curly cuts look because you love how that hair falls down and how them curls are so smooth and shiny and defined. That's really what it is. Because there's plenty of salons, plenty of stylists that can cut and shape your kinky afro hair, both in a blown out state and in a style state like a wash and go, but y'all not checking for that. Of course not, because y'all too busy looking at these bitches with the loosey-goosey curls, fawning over their hair, wanting your hair to look and behave like that, which is something that it's not meant to do. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. Instead, y'all just want to sit on this app, bitch, moan, and complain about any and everything centered around kinky afro 4C hair. Because why else? If y'all just spent that same time and energy learning how to do styles that actually embrace your texture, learning how to love and enjoy your hair for what it is, then maybe there would be more positive messaging around natural hair and kinky afro hair.
The content creator I am reacting to, I am so sorry, I cannot pronounce her name, says in a video as I just showed, or that clip, that we shouldn't think that coily hair can't do certain styles or certain things and that we can do what everybody else can do, or our hair can withstand anything, which is not true. At least that's what I got from her statement. My issue with this is that it makes it seem as though coily hair can withstand anything, which is not true. Yeah, you can try those things, but just know that one of two things will happen. It may not come out the way that you expected it to, as Afrikan Hair God says, or in the long run, your hair will not be as healthy as you would like it for it to be. Every style is not meant for every person. It's time a lot of naturals accept that. It is okay that your hair can't do certain things. Let's focus, as again, Afrikan Hair God says, and what I've shared in my other videos is, let's focus on what our hair can do. Let's focus on what our hair is, what our hair is capable of, and not the stuff that we can't do. And let's stop trying to get our hair to do those things. Let's stop trying to beat our hair down so much to try and get it to look a certain type of way because we think coily hair is so versatile, it can withstand anything. Again, I don't know if I'm making any sense or I'm just waffling. Please let me know in the comment section. I'm struggling to articulate my thoughts. I don't know what's happening. But let's move on to the second clip.
We're going to break this down in different parts. So let's start with part number one. You said 4C hair is curly hair, and curly cuts should absolutely be for us. So here's my thing with the natural hair community. Y'all are so wishy-washy. Y'all go back and forth so fucking much. Like, wasn't it just last year? Bitches was on here talking about some, the curly girls stole the natural hair movement from the 4C girls and the kinky girls. They stole it from us. Product companies were catering to them and they stopped catering to us. They took it over. What? Didn't y'all say that? Or wasn't it like, oh, I can't find anyone on YouTube to relate with my 4C hair because all these people with curly hair keep using hashtag 4C. You're not 4C. So when it benefits you, y'all want to make the distinction between curly hair and not so curly hair or extremely curly hair, right? But then in this instance, you're trying to say, well, all textured hair is curly. 4C, curly, it's all curls, right? Like, so we should have curly cuts too. Like, and two, it just depends on perspective, right? Because if your hair is extremely coily, coils are nothing more than extremely tight curls, right? But we know that's not what they're referring to. So we know that's not what they're talking about. Again, the way that you handle and treat wavy, curly, and extremely curly hair, or lack thereof, because not everyone has a curl pattern. Let's mention that too. Is going to be completely different. Now, again, I've already talked about curly cuts in great detail on this channel. I'm not going to drag that out yet again. It's a terrible fucking cut to begin with. I don't know why y'all fighting that half choppy, thinning ass ends, but y'all want what you want. Okay, so I'm all for that. I'm all for people. As long as you make the informed decision that's right for you, I'm all for people getting what they want. There are stylists out there that cater to tight curly hair, or afro hair, or kinky hair, or 4C hair. But again, y'all aren't checking for them. And I'm not recommending them by any means, because if you ask me my opinion, all of them hoes is trash.
I don't have curly hair. I refer to the hair on my head as coily because I think that it describes it best. I don't have any interest in finding a curl specialist because I said I don't have curls. And also I have been doing alright just watching YouTube videos of regular women doing their hair. And I will continue doing so, and I will continue binge watching Afrikan Hair God because not only does he do coily hair, know how to style it. I'm still practicing how to style my hair the way that he does. It's coming along very interesting. I'm learning how to cornrow and I have improved. But going back to, the point I'm trying to make is, I think you should be watching Afrikan Hair God.
So, from a professional perspective, there's a lot of things that you as consumers are not going to be able to connect with me on. And it's simply because y'all don't do what I do. Y'all don't do hair on a regular basis. Y'all don't do curly cuts. Y'all don't do haircuts on multiple textures, on multiple different heads. Y'all don't see how this stuff plays out. I've had clients come in and ask for something as simple as a wash and go or a perm rod set. And they get those things and they're disappointed with me, not because I didn't do the service, but they're disappointed in the fact that it didn't come out the way that they pictured their hair was going to come out.
Please go and watch the full videos of both the creator I'm reacting to and Afrikan Hair God. Both are very good videos, and I have also watched other videos from other videos from the content creator I was reacting to, and she has great videos not only on natural hair, but she also does, I would probably categorize them as self-improvement. She does mindset. She also has it in her the banner mindset, lifestyle, and beauty. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about what I have said that you might agree with or disagree with. I would love to hear your thought process. But I wanted to end my video with that particular clip, especially that last part that a lot of people get disappointed that their hair didn't turn out the way they expected it to. And that is the problem that I have again with some curl specialists, is that they speak as though if you just do this particular technique, you use these specific products, everybody's hair, curly or kinky hair, will turn out looking the same. Or your wash and goes, I keep bringing up wash and goes, but that is, again, as I mentioned, the hairstyle that they tend to go to. They go to hairstyle, and so a lot of people who watch these specialists, they want to achieve those wash and goes but get disappointed when they can't. And so if I were to tell you to go to a specialist or any kind of professional, I would rather you go to a professional who doesn't only just do like wash and goes, who only like focuses on those type of hairstyles. I would recommend you find someone who actually knows how to style kinky coily hair and doesn't only rely on, as I mentioned, just wash and go. Someone who actually knows how to do different types of kinky coily hairstyles. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for 700 subscribers. It was just recently I made a video thanking all of you for 500 subscribers. So thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for engaging in the comment section as well. That really helps a lot for all my videos. Don't forget to tell your cousins to watch my videos as well and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I am enjoying making all these videos and interacting with all of you in the comment section.